Hi, this is Guy. One of the most common problems in pest control is ants. Listen to me. If you've tried making your own baits or you've purchased baits that didn't work, then this is the video for you, because I'm going to show you how to do it without baiting at all. The best part is that this solution works for almost all species of ants. So let's get right into it. The first thing you need to know is that the ants are most likely coming in from the outside of your house. So you are going to need to treat both the outside and the inside of your home. Wait a minute. What if I live in an apartment, condominium, or some other situation where I cannot treat outside? Well, if you live in a building where you cannot treat the outside, then you need to limit your treatment to the inside. It's not going to be as effective, but it will help with the ant problem. So let's start with the inside. Before starting the treatment, always wear all the proper protective equipment. To do this treatment, you're going to need a pump-up garden sprayer and some tempered FX. I will place the links in the description for everything mentioned in this video. Mix the tempered FX 16 milliliters per gallon of water in the pump-up garden sprayer. Now, a little of this product goes a long way, so you may just want to make a half a gallon of it, which means you would only mix 8 milliliters of tempered FX with half a gallon of water. Now, you don't want to use a lot of pressure in the sprayer, so only pump it a couple of times to produce a light spray. Simply apply this product along any ant trails that you see and any areas where you think there may be ant activity. Also, apply this product any place where ants can get in, like the bottom of entrance doors. Do not apply this product on surfaces where food is eaten or prepared. And folks, that's it. That's all there is for treating the inside. Now, let's talk about treating the outside. The best way to treat the outside is to treat all sides of the building and your yard. I think the best way to do this is with a hose end sprayer and Bifin XTS. The sprayer I like to use is the Chapin G499 adjustable multi-purpose liquid concentrate sprayer. The reason I like this sprayer is because not only does it have a nice even flow for treating the lawn and plants, but it also has a stream setting that will allow you to treat places as high up as 25 feet off the ground, depending upon water pressure. What if I already have a hose end sprayer that I like to use? No problem. This procedure will work pretty much with any hose end sprayer you like. If you already have one that you are happy with, then just go ahead and use that one. Now, the Bifin XTS is labeled to be mixed 1/3 of an ounce per gallon of water. We could set the sprayer to use teaspoons, but that makes it hard to tell if there's actual product coming through the siphon tube. So I recommend diluting this in the mixing cup at a ratio of 1 part Bifin XTS to 14 parts of water, or 1 ounce of Bifin XTS to 14 ounces of water. Since the sprayer I am recommending holds 32 ounces, we can pour 2 ounces of Bifin XTS into the sprayer and then add 28 ounces of water, and that will give us 30 ounces in the sprayer container. At this dilution rate, you need to set the sprayer to 5 ounces per gallon of water or 10 tablespoons per gallon of water. In the interest of time, I am not going to show you the math on how I arrived at this dilution rate, so you're just going to have to trust me that I got it right. At this dilution rate, the sprayer is going to empty really fast. So if you do not see liquid in the sprayer going down really quickly, then it may not be working, and you may just be spraying plain water. He's not kidding. I cannot tell you how many times I saw him spraying plain water before he realized the sprayer wasn't working. Thanks. I don't think I could have gone on living if you hadn't have shared that information with the entire world. Anyway, for me, I do not like to measure in the spraying holding container, so I always use a measuring cup. Again, set the sprayer for 5 ounces per gallon or 10 tablespoons per gallon, connect it to the garden hose, and you are ready to go. Now that you have the product mixed in the sprayer and attached to your garden hose, just set the sprayer for a downward fan spray and treat your entire yard. This includes your lawn, ornamental plants, garden, sidewalks, patio, driveway, and so forth. It's a good idea to soak the area of the ground really well where it meets the foundation of the house. I also treat up the side of the house about 36 inches. And don't forget to treat along the doors as well. Before treating your lawn, it's always a good idea to mow first. This will make it easier for the pesticide to get down to the ground where you need it. Let's face it, the ants are not hanging out on the top of the grass, so you need to get the pesticide down to where the ants are located. After you're finished spraying, make sure that you clean the sprayer really well and run fresh water through it. Otherwise, it may clog on you. That all sounds easy enough, but are there any pro tips that you can give us to make the job go even easier and faster? Actually, yes, there are. So let's talk about that. To make this application quicker and easier, I recommend that you buy 100 feet of one of those super hoses that you see advertised on TV all the time. They are lightweight and they make the job go a lot faster and easier. Also, if you attach a quick disconnect to the sprayer and the garden hose, it makes refilling the sprayer a lot easier and faster as well. Just one word of caution though. Those hoses should be stored inside because they deteriorate fairly quickly if you leave them out in the sunlight. Finally, if you would like to stop all sorts of pests from entering your home as well, I have a video on how to do that, and I will provide a link in the description and at the end of this video. Be well, my friends, and thank you so much for watching.